Hey folks, we're doing some songs off a new CD I recorded, and we're doing a Kickstarter funding campaign for, well, initially for funding the pressing and the US radio mailing, which we've got. And now I'm working on the European funding to cover the European promotion. Blah, blah, blah. This is the first track on the record, and I think it's a bit of a tone. Let me get out of YouTube here. Oh, whatever. No. Cancel. Sorry. Anyway, I wrote this September 12th, 1979, which is the only date I remember writing a song, and it's because I wrote three. Living and Breathing Wind was another one. But I wrote that day. This is the grimmer side of that pair of songs. So the bull is, rough. The bull is reality. So the song's about making choices. The right choice, the wrong choice, or the popular favorite. The attempt to make no choice whatsoever. Got Eli Broxham playing bass on the recording on this. I sent him back for some more menace and snarl, which he aptly added to the song. It makes no difference how I behave. Things are good, things are bad. I'm a king and a slave. I'm a rock and a stone, a sea and a wave, waiting for the shoreline to reach me, waiting for the shoreline to reach me. One with the truth as the bull by the horns, lucky to breathe and to be kept born. Illusions shatter as the body is shorn of leaves that grew in the morning, leaves that grew in the morning. God had a bow tie, God had a gun, he was your little brother, come on looking for his fun. Going up you and down you with a knife and the sun, paused at the threshold of swallowing you, paused at the threshold of swallowing you. One with a lie as the bull by the tail, lucky to strangle, lucky to fail, is pulled to and fro through the dirt by the bull, like a leaf in the wind in the winter, a leaf in the wind in the winter. To the footsteps beating on the bridge, running past the rivers where dead men live. They're walking off the mountain, falling off the ledge. Their wish is firmly broken and their souls are pledged. Their wish is firmly broken and their souls are pledged. Those who hold no handle but to wish their baddies well are sanctified in terror, counted out in hell, go wandering in limbo with lives and bellies full, to finish up in silence in the belly of the bull, finish up in silence in the belly of the bull. It makes no difference how I behave. Things are good, things are bad. I'm a king and a slave. I'm a rock and a stone, a sea and a wave, waiting for the shoreline to reach me, waiting for the shoreline to reach me. The bull. best just to get to it and stop dithering with your technology. But it's hard to resist. Dithering with technology. Dither's actually a technical term in the mastering. I once had a mastering engineer say, "Is it dithered?" It's like, what? Dithering. I always heard in the context of a dithering fool. This song, even older than that one, this is a youthful love song called Day In and Night Out, which I got after lately, reworking. Little lyrical change made it a happier thing for me to sing, and it's part of a story. Day in and night out. Teach my poor body to hold you. Teach my faltering fingers to feel you. Teach me to love you, and I'll love you more than you have been loved before. I will comb your hair, I will wash your feet, I will hold to the place where our destinies meet, by the side of the river with a bee in my shoe. I will wait for you, I'll wait for you, day in and night out, though I suffer within and I suffer without. I was not born for you, you were not born for me. We were born for ourselves and are both of us free to see everything that the water bug sees, to follow our passion anywhere that we please, day in and night out, though we suffer within and we suffer without. If I were in heaven and you were in hell, I know very well, to eat my pride I'd stand by your side, and I'd burn by your side day in and night out, where you suffer within and you suffer without. Teach my poor body to hold you, teach my faltering fingers to feel you, teach me to love you, and I'll love you more than you have been loved before. This one is called Renaissance Land, and I wrote this in late summer 2016. I was out on Matinicus Island with my father, and Matinicus Island, Maine. My grandfather bought a cottage out there in 1935, so it's been in the family since then. 23 miles off the coast of Rockland, Maine. I was out there, there's a bunch of good books out there on the shelves. Not a huge number, but yeah. You can find something, and you've got the time out there. You've got the time to read it. So there was a book on the shelf that I knew I had to read at some point. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by D. Brown. And sometimes a tough book takes me a long time to get over them. But I had the space there. So I took it out and I was halfway through it. And I got this phrase, Renaissance land, in my head. Yeah, that's it. And I sat down and wrote it. Wrote all the words out. It's always the case with me, almost always. I write the song in like 45 minutes. It takes a few weeks to work out the music, but there'll be one word that'll bug me sometimes for a year. I can fix the one word. In this case, the word was shifting, the shifting of the language. So this is on different, now I got Howard Levy on harmonica on it, did a brilliant job. I probably wouldn't have played this, added this guitar break, but I wanted Howard to have some room to stretch out. So what struck me about the book is something that I didn't know, because I knew lots of promises were broken and treaties broken and the whole sorry history. What I didn't know was that the white people who were trying to work in the territories and be fair to the tribes had their careers systematically destroyed back in Washington. So if you were a person who had any integrity, you had no place to hide. Out here in Renaissance land, a tardy reconnaissance man brought blueprints to the plan, packed up in a prospecting pan. Oh, and what's for breakfast? Oh, and what's for lunch? Can you guess the next question? Oh, mercy, Captain Crunch, I had a ditch to wallow, I had a storm to fend, I had a prince to follow, and yet a fence to mend. Out here in Renaissance land, there's nothing left to borrow. Out where the heart's been had, where now there's only sorrow, no reason to be sad. You lost in hesitation to look before you leap. The dream was dead already before you fell asleep. It's only for the pleasure, a strip show for the blind. We wander from the treasure we ever seek to find out here in Renaissance land. And oh, my father's sins, and oh, my mother's merit, praise the humble thing that nothing will inherit, the name of glory hostage, the shuffle in the tongue, the shifting of the language, the hanging day's begun. We want what you got, the beauty and the sum, a blessing from your bloody throat. Your promised peace will come out here in Renaissance land. That song runs into this one on the record. This is called Never Enough, and it was first recorded on My Gates of Love, Flying Fish LP in '84. And then I took another pass at it on Phoenix Envy to get it on CD. It's a song from my manic category, and if people like one song from this category, I know they'll like the others, and vice versa. People listen in different ways to music. If you're just watching the imagery go by like it's a movie, you'll like the manic songs. If you need to understand things as you go and know what they mean exactly and stuff, you're not gonna like these songs, and that's cool too. So, Never Enough. I wrote this in '84. Boy, since then the word gay, which used to mean lighthearted and happy, now means, oriented to the same sex. And so I had this verse about life, contrasting death. His manner bleak and gay, and it just doesn't hit in the right way anymore. So I changed that to stern, his manner stern in play, which it's a fair trade. And then I had a verse about the telephone. Hear the telephone, get the telephone. It might be for you, it might not be, get the telephone. Well, it's way out of date. Everybody knows. Everyone's got their own phone. They know who it's for, and they know who's calling. So I just took that one out. Doesn't miss it. This has... I probably spent more time on the music to this piece than any other song. It's been a whole summer, like 6 hours a day, banging at it till my elbow got sore. Got a lot of augmented chords in it now. Hi, Jim Gary. Nice to see. I saw Jim at Dan Burns' show at Fitzgerald the other night, and didn't get a chance to say hi. But yeah, Jim and Dan and I played a gig together, and what was that? When was that? Early '80s at Orphans. Orphans was a tough club to get a gig at, so that was kind of fun. Anyway, a yak. Never Enough. Go. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel. We've got 493 subscribers, cruising toward 500. Yeah. Whatever I have, it is never enough. Glide on smooth water and make it rough. Own my own home and think it strange. Sit in my kitchen, wait for life to change. Out in my garden grow peaches and berries. Up in the chimney live goblins and fairies. Out by the rock, by the water running, out by the rock, by the lizard sunning. I want to be free, not another dull tragedy come with me. I have seen the fields seen the fields. We walked 2 by 8, with the sun driving down, and the candy we ate made us ugly and mad, left us walking alone in the dead zone, in the dead zone. Life came to visit. He was big in size. He sat and he broke my chair and told me lies about the income tax and his other facts. His coat was a many-fold, his manners stern in play. He stuttered easily and he rose and died away. Death came to visit. It was small in size, it spoke no truth and it told no lies, and it spoke no words, but 2 blackbirds flew out of its cape, and trying to escape, they banged the window pane, bang the window pane, bang the window pane. Blackbirds, blackbirds, bang the window pane, bang the window pane, bang the window pane. I am in the race, you are in the race. We are God's own, we are no disgrace. Cast your vote upon the waters, cast your vote upon the rage. Send your note up to the stage, this is your place, this is my place. Get that gong out of my face, get that gong out of my face. Gong, 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 going gong, 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 gong. Give me shoop-boop-a-doo, give me shoop-bop-a-dee. Get my home run city out of slavery. We were drunk in love, we were tipped about, we were high and full, but we are sober now, we are sober now. We know many things, they have made us weak. We have many friends with whom we do not speak. Many sorrows which we cannot cry. If we're still in darkness, we can't see why. God is after you, Henry, and he's mad. Heard him on the back porch talking to your dad. He said he's tired of you running around his yard playing hide and seek. You better stay on guard. God's wearing an old blue hat and some baggy pants. He's taking out the neighborhood, you haven't got a chance. Here he comes, Henry, the great forgiver, to unwind your bowels and pluck out your liver. I will make a shield, Henry, with my little sister. We'll go up to God and say, hey, mister, hey, mister, hey, mister, where's the barber shop? Where's the barber shop? We need a little off the top. Can you direct us to the barber shop? And if you get safe, Henry, go by hell's door. We still don't like you. Don't come around no more. There's not much I want, just to make amends with a former lover and a couple of friends by a happy fire. On a little hill I'd like to read my will, tell a little story and pass through glory with a hand in a hand, a hand in a hand, with a hand in a hand in a hand. But I fear for my children, and seeing them damned, I wait for the gang to come to the door, or the police to come with guns on their hips, lies to sign slavery. There will be no one penny on a rack that goes around and breaks our backs across the ground. And again the sound, unknown to the guard who stands outside, so pale and grim and strong and stupid. Send me back to Ethiopia, send me back to Madrid. I wanna see my sister. Hey, mister, wanna see my sister again. Give me shoo-boo-ba-doo, give me shoo-ba-ba-dee. Get my home run city out of slavery. We were drunk in love, we were tipped about, we were high and full, but we are sober now, we are sober now. Whatever have, it is never enough. Glide on smooth water and make it rough. Own my own home and think it's strange. Sit in my kitchen, wait for life to change. Whew. Never enough. Well, yeah, I've got a Kickstarter going. There's a link in the comments, should be, or you can just go to Kickstarter.com and look me up. It's up till July 15th, and yeah, raising money to promote this record now. It's definitely coming out, so if you make a pledge, it shall be honored. You can just get the CD, including postage, for $25, or download it for $12, and it's 20 songs. It's a big story on there. I've been caregiving these last few years through the pandemic and after, and I thought I'd do something creative. Well, I mean, I was working on music the whole time, but I thought I'd make something, and it's an act of faith towards getting back into the world, despite having reached retirement age. I ain't anywhere near finished, and excited about performing more. This is called Tunnel Vision, and I was 35 when I wrote this, so it's 31 years ago. You could figure out how old I am if you do math, and then, yeah. It's cool, it's weird, you know. Like if I were on the road, and like if I went to a Denny's for breakfast, because, well, I would never go to a Denny's here. Sometimes on the road, it could be the best alternative. And, you know, I'd qualify for the senior discount, which is exciting to me. Of course, on those senior meals, they never have anything that I would want to eat anyway. It's all right. Yeah, this is I was 35 when I wrote this and started having middle of the life feelings. I have to tune this guitar low for this. It's got one of my favorite verses in it. Well, I'll get to it. Here we go. I walked through a narrow tunnel where I could not run for fear. And when I made it through the tunnel, I called it a year. Please, Mother, don't be angry, though deserve a slap for leaving all your money in some total stranger's lap. That's an altar on the mantle, just a flower in a vase, love and murder in one circle, show a poet how to praise. Dear Father, don't be sorry, it was time that drove us down, and we'll return with pockets empty of the treasure that we found. We were steady in the fever where the flying thoughts are pearled, and I believe we touched the lever if we could not move the world. Now, lover, don't look weary to find me still so shy. After all the fire and glory, there's only you and I. And when we falter in the fever and we cannot keep our place, then our blood is of the river that runs through open space. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a comment here I couldn't see because of my... That's pretty funny. All right. All right. Yeah. Hello, Internet. You people really know how to party. It's tough for folk artists. I mean, if you play rock and roll, you get out there on stage and you say, rock and roll. People start to go nuts, and then you say, you people really know how to party. And everyone goes completely crazy, starts tearing off their clothes and throwing each other around the mosh pit. You can't really get up and say, folk music. You people really know how to listen and sing along. But it's true. And I like folk music. I play lots of folk songs. This record's my own stuff, which I don't pretend are folk songs, but they're all informed by that tradition, that ancestral energy of folk music. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, thanks. Have a good day. End stream over here.